Today we are going to do body language hacks to help you improve your performance. So first of all, when we do a talk, we have words. This is what you will sit down and plan strategically and write them out and then rework them, and you'll have your words, which is your content. And then you're going to add your voice, what it sounds like when you speak, that you get the right inflection, that you have the right pauses. But most importantly, we sometimes forget to consider our body language. Because body language can be 50 to 90% of our communication can be expressed with our body. So in the context of communication, if any one of these elements is not being communicated clearly, our communication does not come across as convincing. People might feel a discord, a disconnect with you, maybe not even find you trustworthy or reliable. There'll just be an unsettled feeling about your communication. So you want your words to be well chosen. That's a little bit easier because you can sit and plan it in advance. You then need to work on your use of voice. But please don't forget the body language. So today I'm going to give you 3 hacks to help you with your body language. And they are, firstly, posture. Secondly, eye contact. And thirdly, gesture. This pose is called the Superwoman or Superman if you're a man. It helps you improve your posture. What happens when we're feeling very nervous and small and intimidated is everything about us wants to hide away. And so you might find that your posture starts going inward. We might start looking protective, nervous. And so use this pose to help you remember to stretch out your spine, to lift up your chin, and to get your eye contact. And also, it's a power pose. And so you look much more confident and stronger, and you feel confident and stronger if you just slip your hands onto your hips and push yourself out, looking stronger and more confident. Even use this in your warm-up. While you're getting yourself ready, preparing your mind, doing your tongue twisters, include the power pose. It also enables you to breathe confidently and easily and opens up your lungs, because remember, our voice is created with air from our lungs, and if you're allowing yourself to get tight and inward and defensive, you're not going to breathe well. So there you go. Number 1, power pose. Number 2 is eye contact. It's so important. If we're doing digital, know where your camera is. Because if I am doing a presentation and I'm looking at my screen here, you're going to feel like I'm not talking to you because I'm busy looking at my notes over there. If we have a live audience, you might have bright lights and not actually be able to see anyone, but you still need to look out into your audience. So it might feel a bit like you're faking it, but you need to really work hard to create eye contact with your audience. And personally, that thing where they say pretend your audience is naked or pretend you can't this, I think you need to look at your audience, connect with them. You are on stage as a leader, as somebody who has something to say to them. So look at them, talk to them, connect with them. It will also give you that feedback loop so that you know if people are following you, listening to you, and understanding you. So eye contact. And remember, look at the people at the back, look at the people at the front, look at people close to you, smile at them, and use your pauses to really notice what's going on. So number 3, gesture. When I'm online and I'm really close to camera, gestures need to be smaller and maybe not a lot, because it will be very distracting. But fidgeting is very awkward for people to see. Okay, it's not nice. So learn to relax. If you're close up, you need to be even more relaxed. Right? These kind of things are very noticeable, aren't they? So try to relax. Before you go and do your presentation, make sure that you are ready. Priming your mind, priming your body, and making sure you've done the simple things like blow your nose and fix your hair. Make sure that's all done. You don't want to be fidgeting on stage, especially not close on camera where everyone can see everything you're doing. And then if you're on the big stage, the stage is quite big, so your gestures can be bigger. It might feel awkward to put your whole arm out where normally we would go with a smaller gesture, but on a stage this might not look big enough or meaningful enough. So use your gestures a little bit wider because you have more space and you're owning your space better when you do slightly bigger gestures. I'm not suggesting we flap a lot. That's not going to work either. Let your gestures be meaningful. Let them be relaxed. Let them be confident. And when you walk, use your space. Use your space and don't lose your audience at the same time. Often we have a lectern, which I will use my chair. Don't hang on to it like your life depends on it. Stand on your feet, balance yourself. I always wear comfortable shoes that I don't feel like I'm going to trip, so I don't have to worry about that. But lean into your hips, your legs, and use your gestures. Let them be meaningful. But if you're standing too tight, you're either going to look like a robot or you can look like you're trying to fly. So try to be relaxed and natural. Record yourself, because if you start looking weird, you can see it. You can see, oh, I look weird. And you can self-analyze and say, okay, I need to do things a little bit differently. Walk like you normally walk. Don't change. You can move around in a natural way, but just own your space and notice your audience. Never forget about your audience. Right. So to summarize, there are 3 super simple hacks that you can practice and include in your public speaking or your presentations. There are differences between on-camera communication and on a big stage. We need to think about our posture so that we can breathe and look confident. Then we need to maintain an eye contact with camera or with our audience. And then our gestures need to be relaxed, meaningful, and appropriate for the size that we're performing in. So, I hope that helps. Have a wonderful day. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you soon.